What's up, NASCAR Nation? Welcome back to the channel. You know that feeling when your driver is having the best day of the season, you're running inside the top 5, you've led 47 laps, and you can practically taste a win at Kansas Speedway. And then, in a single moment, one piece of contact rips it all away. Well, that's exactly what happened to Christopher Bell on Sunday in the Advent Health 400, and the driver who took it all from him? His own fellow Toyota teammate, Tyler Reddick. The No. 45 came off turn 2 inches overtime, got into Bell, and sent the No. 20 into the outside wall, with the entire NASCAR world watching. Bell's radio call afterward? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Reddick went on to win. Bell limped home 20th. And the championship implications of this one moment are massive. So stick around, because we are breaking down this controversy piece by piece. Let's get into it. All right. Before we get to the controversy, you need to understand something. Christopher Bell wasn't just along for the ride at Kansas. He was legitimately one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. And for a big chunk of the final stage, he was the favorite to win this race. Here's the breakdown. Bell, driving the No. 20 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, qualified well and kept himself in the top 10 all day long. He finished stage 1 inch fifth behind Hamlin, Larson, Reddick, and Ty Gibbs. In stage 2, Kyle Larson took over, but Bell was again in the top 5, finishing the stage in 5th. Now here's where it gets interesting. According to motorsport.com's race report, at lap 175 shortly after the final stage restart, Bell actually maneuvered around Denny Hamlin and took the lead. From that point, a 4-car Toyota Camry train formed at the front. Bell in the lead, then Reddick, Hamlin, and Bubba Wallace, with 6 of the top 9 cars being Toyotas. Bell led 47 laps on the day. That's more than Reddick led in regulation. That's not luck, that's speed. According to Racer's in-depth breakdown, for a brief time in Stage 3, Bell looked like the actual favorite to win this race. But then, the undercut, during the final green flag pit stop cycle, hurt him. Hamlin pitted first with 52 laps to go, Reddick followed 2 laps later, and Bell stayed out 1 more lap before pitting from the lead. That 1 extra lap? It cost him. Both Hamlin and Reddick cycled out ahead of him, and Bell was stuck in 4th, still fast, still in position for a top 5, but no longer leading. Then came overtime, lap 273. The green flag drops on the green-white checker overtime restart. Hamlin on the front row, Larson on the inside behind him. Bell is lined up 4th, right behind the leaders. And at first, this actually looked like a gift for Bell. According to Racer's analysis, Bell caught the benefit of Kyle Larson's dramatic inside dive below the front row, that 3-wide move from Larson's stacked-up Hamlin and Reddick, and it opened the door for Bell to jump to Reddick's outside in a 3-wide battle through turn 2. Picture this. Hamlin in the middle, Reddick on the bottom, Bell trying to make it work on the outside. 4 of the best drivers in the series, all running side by side at 180+ mph. Tyler Reddick's own crew chief, Billy Scott, said it best to motorsport.com. And then disaster. Coming out of turn 2, Reddick got loose. In Reddick's own words to Fox Sports' Jamie Little, "We had a decent launch on the 11. The 5 put him middle of the 3, and then the 20 got to my outside. Yeah. We all ran out of real estate off of turn 2. Reddick's car slid up, made contact with Bell's right front, sent the No. 20 hard into the outside wall. And just like that, Bell's potential top 5 day, maybe even a potential win, was over. Here's the part that really stings. According to Racer's detailed recap, the initial contact with the wall wasn't the final blow. Bell tried to soldier on. He kept going. But the damage was done. He was now hampered by a flat tire. Bell then fell behind the field and spun off. Turn 4, and into the pit entrance. He was forced to drive through pit lane at pit road speed and limp the car back around. He finally took the checkered flag dead last among the lead lap drivers' 20th place. And his radio call to the team? Devastating. Bell keyed up his radio and said, and I'm quoting directly from Racer here, "Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable." That's all he could get out. The rest of the field was slowing down for the cool-down lap above him while he limped back to the pits. Now here's the thing, Tyler Reddick, to his credit, took full responsibility post-race. Speaking with Jamie Little of Fox Sports, Reddick said, "First off, I feel like I have to say, just for how I feel, I never like being on the other side of it. I really hate that for Christopher Bell. It's good, hard racing. The 11 came up, and I just took off tight. Not thrilled that I got Christopher there. I hate that for him because he was having a good, solid day. That's a genuine apology. That's Reddick acknowledging he was the one who got tight, that he was the one who slid up into Bell. There's no spin here, he owned it. Now, this is where the controversy gets real. Because this isn't just about one bad race. This is about the championship. According to Racer, Sunday's result was actually the second time this season that Christopher Bell has seen a potential win thrown away by an overtime crash. The first time? Earlier this year at Echo Park Speedway in just the second race of the year, where Bell got the worst of a restart run-in with Carson Hocevar and faded from the lead all the way down to 21st place. 2 overtime disasters. 2 potential wins evaporated in the closing laps. Let that sink in. And here's the stat that should have every Joe Gibbs Racing fan pulling their hair out. With the return of NASCAR's Chase playoff format and the additional 15 points for a race win, Racer estimates that the Kansas result alone cost Bell roughly 70 points. 70. That dropped him to 10th in the standings after Kansas. He's now trying to climb back instead of potentially sitting in a commanding top 3 playoff position. And zoom out even further. Tyler Reddick, the guy who put Bell in the wall, is now 105 points ahead of second-place Denny Hamlin in the championship, with 5 wins in the first 9 races. Bell, 10th. 2 lost wins. Major ground to make up. That's the real controversy here. Not whether Reddick meant to do it, he didn't, but the fact that Reddick walked away with his 5th win of the season and a massive championship cushion, while Bell walked away with nothing but damaged equipment and questions about what could have been. So the big question, was this just a racing deal? Or does Bell have a legitimate grievance with Reddick? Let's look at the facts from multiple sources. Motorsport.com and NASCAR.com both reported that the contact happened because Reddick got loose and took off tight. Reddick himself admitted he took off tight. Hamlin came up the front track in the middle, which squeezed Reddick, who then slid up into Bell. From a pure racing perspective, this is what crew chief Billy Scott predicted would happen. Scott told Motorsport.com he had actually warned Reddick before the restart. I just told him to refocus, take a deep breath, and start over. We're still on the front row, a great place to be. We kind of anticipated what might happen with Larson. Historically gone 3 wide on the bottom with a good restart. I knew Bell was one of the best at getting to the outside to our right rear. Both of those things happened. So even Reddick's own team knew Bell would go to the outside. They anticipated it. The contact came because 4 of the best drivers in NASCAR all tried to fit through the same piece of racetrack at the same time. That's classic next-gen Kansas overtime. Total chaos. But from Bell's perspective, 2 overtime wrecks in one season is a pattern, not a coincidence. Whether he publicly blasts Reddick or not, that frustration is real. And you can bet behind the scenes, there are some very uncomfortable conversations happening between the Joe Gibbs Racing camp and the 23XI Racing camp, remember. Both of these teams run Toyotas and share significant technical resources. So, here we are. Tyler Reddick wins his 5th race of the season, joining Dale Earnhardt in 1987 as one of only 4 drivers ever to win 5 of the first 9 Cup Series races in a season. Kyle Larson takes another runner-up finish, his winless streak now at 33 races. Denny Hamlin finishes 4th and publicly calls out Cody Ware. And Christopher Bell, who led 47 laps and was legitimately one of the fastest cars all day, finishes 20th with a wrecked race car and a radio transmission that says it all. Absolutely unbelievable. Next Sunday is Talladega. For the Jack Link's 500 and Superspeedway racing is the last thing Christopher Bell needs right now if he's looking to rebound and climb back up the standings. One more bad finish, and this championship gets really uncomfortable for the No. 20 team. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Reddick should have done more to avoid Bell? Or was this just hard, clean racing with no alternative? Is Bell's championship in trouble? Smash that like button if this breakdown helped you understand the full story. Hit subscribe for more NASCAR coverage, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.